Welcome to Seattle College's international programs and our show Conversations With, where we talk to people that help you understand how you too can be an international student in the United States and why Seattle Colleges should be your first choice. We'll talk to students and staff and agents and government folks, all kinds of people about what you can expect when you're getting ready to apply or travel here, what you'll experience while you're with us, and how it can all lead to an amazing life. Don't forget to check out the Seattle College's International Programs website at intl.seattlecolleges.edu, where you can find a treasure trove of information about the school, the programs here, and best of all, fill out and submit your application. Again, that's intl.seattlecolleges.edu. Hey everybody, welcome back to Seattle College's Conversations With here at Seattle Central College. Our first guest from Russia today. Welcome.
Hello.
Very exciting to have you here. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from exactly in Russia, what you're studying, and how long you've been here.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariia Albitskaia. I'm 18 years old. This is my third quarter here. Originally I'm from Saratov, but I lived in Moscow mostly my entire life. Mm-hmm. I'm studying business management and accounting.
Cool. And what do you want to do with business and accounting?
I think I'm going into marketing more right now because it's kind of like my field. Yeah.
Do you want to own your own business someday, or?
Yeah, there is a possibility because I was always I was into soul trading, so it was
what?
like soul trader. It's a way of business that you basically work for yourself.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. SOLE.
Yeah, soul.
Gotcha. I was thinking SOUL.
No.
I trade in souls. Very dark.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's cool. So, we were talking before we started rolling. Super interesting background. Let's go back to when you were just a little kid. You went to school in Moscow.
Yeah.
Did you go to public or private school?
I went to public school in Moscow, like a normal public school in Russia.
Yeah. And did you dream about being an international student one day, or was that completely off your radar?
My mom did,
Oh,
yeah.
she did?
My mom, since I was born, she had a lot of stories with people telling her that I was a special kid and blah, blah, blah. And she really wanted me to study abroad. She was like, yeah, this girl really needs to study abroad.
Well, shout out to Mom. That's great. So did she recommend just anywhere, or did she really want you to go to the United States? Did she go Australia, UK?
No, we were mostly it was for that time it was just imagination. We didn't actually think about it until I went into middle school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went into middle school again in Moscow, right?
Yeah, middle school was in Moscow.
But you transitioned to private school?
Yeah, I went into private school after. I went into international private school when I was 13 to 14 years old.
Okay. It was a good experience? You liked it?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I stayed in, I've been to 2 international schools in general in Moscow. And the first one, I've been there for 2 years, and in the second, only for a half of a year.
And do you want to give those schools a shout out? Which ones were they?
That's English International School and Anglo-American School of Moscow.
Yay, cool. So everything's taught in English?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing there must be a combination of Russian and...
Yeah, there was a combination of Russian and English in EIS. But mostly afterwards, there were only international students coming in, and it was more of an English... We were not allowed to speak Russian in the school.
Oh, really?
Even though we still did, but...
Sure, of course you did.
But yeah.
So most of the kids were from other countries then? Is that
a lot of people were from the other countries, but let's say 50-50. 50% were from Moscow and 50% were from other countries.
Wow.
Like India, I knew a girl from Korea, Poland.
Nice.
A lot of people from Poland, Serbia as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big international city, so you're going to get a lot of people. That's really great. And then as a high school student, your mom was like, hey, we're thinking about sending you over to another country. at that point?
No, actually, my mom was already thinking about it when they were transferring me to an international school.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, because my dad is American.
Oh, your dad's American?
My dad is American.
Where's he from?
He's from Seattle.
What? So is this why you came to Seattle then? Nice. So you have family here, obviously, then? No?
Yeah. I have friends here, family here, yeah.
Okay. And for housing, do you live with your family and friends?
No, I live in the dorms.
Oh, you live in the dorms, just across the street?
Yeah.
Hey, and how's that going?
That's going actually really well.
Yeah? Do you have roommates?
Yes, I do. I have one roommate.
Okay. And where is she from?
She's from Africa.
Nice. Do you know which country?
Not really.
No.
I don't remember because it's a complicated name. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's cool. So you'll live in the dorms for a year or so, and then what's your plan after that?
I mean, I will live in the dorms for next year because I just got a job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Doing what?
Resident assistant.
Oh, you're one of the RAs. That's right.
Yeah.
Which is one of the best jobs, by the way. So tell everybody what your job duties are going to be as an RA.
Basically, I'm looking after residents. I'm moving them in, I'm moving them out, and just creating a socially good environment.
Nice.
Because a lot of people came here without any friends and any communities. That's why the college calls a community college. I have to make their life better with making friends and just meet people together. I mean, check rooms sometimes, call the maintenance manager if something is up. Yeah, something like that. And I get a free room.
You get a free room. That's the best part of the job, I'm thinking, yeah. So how many RAs are there total?
Two,
okay. That's what I thought. So you guys take turns being on call?
Kind of, yeah. I think so. It's mostly okay, the move in and move out, obviously both of the RAs supposed to be there.
Oh, okay.
But mostly through the entire quarter, there are some ups and downs with how busy it is. It can be a week when no one have questions. It can be a week when everyone's like, what's the code for the door?
Yeah. Cool. That's really great. Congratulations on getting that job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can always check with the home, what do they call it? The department that does housing, and sometimes they have jobs, so it's a really great job. Okay, so going back, so you did high school in Russia, but then you also left the country.
Yes.
Where'd you go?
I went to Mauritius.
Yes, you went to Mauritius.
For the last 2 years of my high school, yeah.
And I got really excited to hear that, but you weren't as crazy about Mauritius as I would think someone would be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big city person.
Gotcha.
I love when, big buildings, glass, and everything is fancy, and I have a lot of stores and accessibility, public transportation, and Mauritius was a different style of life for me, and I was put out as a teenager from my original environment, which when your hormones are playing, you're a teenager, you want to explore everything, you want to go out, and then you're coming to a completely different place that you're not used to. It's just a really tough situation to be in. It was a tough situation for me and my family.
Sure.
It was just not something we were used to, because that was houses. We lived in a flat most the entire life. Shops were 20 minutes away drive most of the time. So
20 minutes, wow.
Yeah, you couldn't just go out and go to the store.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So your parents lived there with you? You weren't boarding at a school?
No, my parents lived there with me.
Nice.
And 2 dogs, actually.
And 2 dogs?
Yeah.
Did you bring your dogs to the U.S.?
No, my dogs are right now in Dubai.
Ah, they're in Dubai. What kind of dogs do you have?
I have 2 Yorkshire Terriers. Small ones.
I have a Shiba Inu, which is probably about the size, maybe a little bit bigger than your dogs.
Yeah.
It's a petite Shiba.
It's a little bigger than my dogs, because one of my dogs is this big.
Super small.
Yeah, super small. She's adorable.
So your mom, dad take care of your dog?
Yeah.
Very cool. We're big dog lovers here.
Yeah.
So after Mauritius, you graduate. What school did you go to in Mauritius?
I went to Northfields.
Northfield. That's a private or public?
That's private.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good experience?
Yeah, it was a nice experience.
Yay, Northfield. Did you play sports while you were there?
Not really. I mean, I played tennis, tennis, but just not in school. It was a completely other thing, yeah.
So are you a pretty good tennis player?
Not a pretty good, but I'm okay.
You're not going to go on the...
Yeah, I'm not going to go to tournaments or anything, but yeah, I can play.
So what do you do for fun while you're here? What's your...
I love playing volleyball.
Oh, okay.
I'm a singer as well, a little. I'm just scared of, like, public.
But you didn't sing the other night.
I didn't.
Talent show.
Because I'm scared of the people.
Too bad. Next year, maybe.
Maybe.
That'd be great. Yeah, there were some really talented people in the talent show.
There were, yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
And, I mean, the results were actually great. I knew that they were going to win. I just knew it.
Well, next year you can try, maybe. It'd be great. We'd like to see you up there. So you sing. So when you sing, what do you do? Like karaoke, or do you do like...
I mostly do a cappella, and I used to go to a musical school for 5 to 6 years, so I also play piano.
That's great.
Yeah, and then I dropped that. I didn't finish musical school because of, like, teachers and a teenage kind of time.
Yeah.
And then I started doing piano on my own. Didn't really work out, but it's fine. Mm-hmm. And I started doing private singing because I sang in choir for 5 years, and then after I went to, like, walk hall.
Very cool. Do you sing in a choir here in the city? Because I know there are city choirs.
Oh, no. Nope. Not really, yeah. I haven't really, like, moved into community yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming then.
Yeah.
Well, really great. So you started to apply for schools here. Did you only apply to Seattle colleges, or did you apply to others?
No, I applied to some unis, but my priority was a Seattle college.
Oh, okay. Did you understand the difference between a community college and a university before you came to the U.S.?
Before I came into the U.S., yes. But mostly Seattle Central College was recommended to me back then, back when I was applying for unis, because I thought that I have to only apply for unis. And yeah, that's how it works. But then when I started reading about community colleges, I was like, yeah, that's much more of a nicer decision.
Yeah, that's great. That's what I did. I think it's a great way to go. So your plan is to finish here, and then where do you want to transfer?
I want to go to UW.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
You mean Seattle, Bothell, Tacoma? There's
Seattle.
3 campuses. Yeah, of course. Seattle's a great place to go for sure. Do you think you'll do OPT between the time you finish here and the time you go to UW, or will you go straight and just do the...
I think I'll go straight.
You will? Okay.
Yeah, because I really want to finish my education and get my bachelor degree.
Right.
So after that, I just want to go straight up to working and maybe, like, travel around the countries and have a work experience from different countries.
Yeah, no, that's great. Any place in particular on your list that you really want to go to, country-wise?
I really want to go to Germany and Italy.
Yeah. Nice, so nice. So, being from Moscow, you're used to cold weather. What do you think of Seattle?
Actually, it's nice.
Nice, right?
Yeah. I mean, people were saying it's really rainy, but I didn't really realize that.
We have a reputation for being really rainy, but honestly, it doesn't rain all that much.
It doesn't. After living in Moscow, it doesn't rain that much.
And not hardly any snow. I mean,
yeah,
in the
that
mountains
was bad, but yeah.
Yeah, here you have to kind of take the bus or the train or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we went to Levvenworth.
Oh,
yeah, with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
So it was like really nice experience because it was really snowy there, and it was a really cool thing to do.
So for the listeners out there, if you don't know, Levvenworth is a small town that is to the east of here, up in the mountains, and it looks like a German. They've kind of modeled it after a German city.
Yeah.
It's really cool, especially at Christmas time.
Yeah.
They have it all lit up and stuff. So go check out Levvenworth. That's really great. Have you done any other travel since you've been in the U.S.?
I traveled a lot when I was a kid.
Oh, you did?
When I was like from 8 to 10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've traveled mostly everywhere.
Everywhere? Why so your parents are international business people? What do they do?
My dad is kind of a business. He's in the business field, I would say it that way.
Sure.
He has projects. He's working on them. He has a computer science master degree.
Oh, very cool. But you decided business, not computers.
I started with computer science. Yeah, I did. First 2 quarters, I did computer science, engineering specifically. But then I took physics, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not my thing.
going to switch to business.
Yeah,
That's
because
cool.
business was something that I really loved to do through my entire high school.
Right.
And it was something I was really interested in, specifically marketing, because marketing involves talking to people and basically presenting yourself in a way for people to buy something.
Right.
Yeah.
So this might be a good question for people that are listening, because if they decide that the course of study they've selected isn't really working for them, they might want to change. What was the process you went through to change your major?
It was pretty easy. I just basically I requested in service that Seattle Central College have the fact that I really want to change a major, and my advisor approved it. That's it.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Will it extend the amount of time you're here because of that switch of major? Or?
I mean, it didn't, but maybe because I'd just been for 2 quarters when I changed the major, and it wasn't really a big change, because first 2 quarters you were taking mostly classes that are for every major. It's like total amount of classes, like math, English, 102, 101. Yeah.
So you had been, since your dad is American, right, Dad?
Yeah.
You had been to the U.S. many times before?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we lived in Russia the entire time from 1 to 8. From my age gap, 1 to 8. But after we just started traveling.
Just started traveling.
Yeah.
So when you got here, there's no culture shock to go through because you've been here. You know the area, or did you have some culture shock?
No, I lived mostly as a Russian environment because my dad speaks Russian. So it's basically like I only spoke Russian until I turned 13 or 14.
So just curious, how did your mom and dad meet?
They met at work.
At work?
Yeah, my dad lived in Moscow for, I think, like 25 years.
Oh, long time.
Yeah, the entire time. And they were just working in the same company. Yeah.
And that was all it took.
Yeah.
So did he speak Russian before you met your mom?
Not really.
Really? Yeah. So he learned it all after you met her?
Yeah. I mean, my mom didn't speak English and my dad didn't speak Russian. So they were like, it was a love from the first sight kind of thing.
That's great.
Yeah, they were doing kind of hands, like just talking, communicating with hand gestures. They were like pointing at things.
That's so funny.
And when my mom is talking about that, she basically every time says like, yeah, you know, I actually know that I didn't understand anything he said, but he was so funny.
That's really interesting. So, what would you say is your dad's Russian really good? Because you're a native speaker, right?
Yeah, I am.
So,
my dad's Russian is pretty good.
Yeah,
I would say he's pretty good.
So cool.
He can understand things. He can talk. I mean, I don't think he can write, but he can definitely read.
That's really amazing.
Maybe write because of an experience, but he's a good Russian speaker.
Nice.
I would say.
Well, I would think you'd have to be if you've been there for that long, because you got to go to the store, you have to negotiate traveling around the country and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Well, okay, so you're here now. You've had 3 quarters, you said, right?
Yeah.
So what's been your favorite class since you've been here? Which one is top of your list?
I think I have few.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really loved English 102. I don't
Why?
know. Yeah,
that is not one I usually hear. So.
I don't know why. I loved the teacher, the professor. Her name was Elizabeth. She was extremely well taught, and I loved my macroeconomics class.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What was so interesting about it?
Macroeconomics was based as a group work mostly, and I loved it. The way we communicated was extremely well. And I had my own group, I got friends, and all the topics for macroeconomics were really easy to handle.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you said was there 3? Those were your 2 favorites?
Yeah, 2 favorites.
Okay. Yeah. You'd mentioned before we started rolling that you'd taken a world music class. I've had in other interviews, I've had a couple of other students who took that class too. Yeah. And they said it was cool. What was your experience?
It was cool, but it wasn't something that firstly I didn't know.
Right.
And it wasn't something new and something hard for me. I
Gotcha,
love classes that like make me want to study more.
Okay.
And music, I've been in this field for like
Long time.
Yeah, 70% of my entire life.
Sure.
So yeah, it was something not new for me.
Oh, very cool. So what do you listen to? If you're just listening to music, what are you into?
Pop mostly.
Yeah.
I love Russian rap.
Oh.
Yeah, but probably Russian people will understand and Russian speakers will understand because first person that usually pops up is Makan. Probably people know that name. Yeah.
I do not. I'm old, so I don't know all those rappers. But, every once in a while when I'm visiting it, like when I was in Germany, I was just checking out some of the German music while I was there. And there was a really cool rapper.
I love German music too.
Yeah, it was really amazing. So check out other cultures' music. It's really great.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. Go on to iTunes or whatever.
You can. It's a really nice rapper. I mean, he's not specifically a rapper. He is like combining everything together. Okay. So I think you'll like it.
Yeah. Maybe you can help me find it because I won't be able to spell it. So one of the things that we have here at Seattle Colleges are a number of scholarships available. Have you applied for any of those scholarships?
I didn't apply for scholarships yet because I applied to Seattle Central before, after the scholarship were already closed.
Oh, okay.
So I'm planning to apply this year.
Cool. Yeah. Foundation scholarship, January to March is the opening.
Yeah.
Are you taking classes at any of the other campuses?
No, I'm only taking classes
at Central. Yeah, that's one of the benefits. If you come, you can take classes at the other, but you don't have to. You can just focus right here. Did you get all your classes registered for fall?
No, not yet. I'm going to do that today.
Yeah, usually you can do summer and fall at the same time, but you're going to go home.
Well, I mean, I already took a vacation quarter, for summer. Did? Yeah.
Gotcha. And your plan was to go back to Dubai, yeah?
Yeah, my plan was to go to Dubai and then to Moscow.
Yeah.
But yeah, my flight got canceled yesterday because of everything that happens with Iran.
So if you can't make it back to home, what will you do?
I'll stay in Dubai with my parents and my 2 dogs.
Yeah. Because you can at least get to Dubai. That's not a problem. Right.
Yeah, and I have to spend my 19th birthday, so I have to also think about that.
So when's your birthday?
10th of August.
Oh, it's coming up. Wow.
Yeah,
well, happy
it is.
birthday. That's cool. Then you won't have to be back until what? Mid-September? End of September is the beginning of fall quarter.
I think it's like mid-September, yeah.
Cool. Oh, do you hear that? It's trivia time. This is the part of the show where we ask 5 questions, and we won't make these too hard, so don't worry. So the first question is, who is the Vice President of the United States?
Vice President?
We all know the President.
Yeah.
But who's the Vice President?
I have no idea.
Maybe it's a hard question. Vance is his last name.
Okay.
John Vance,
yeah.
That's a tough one.
I mean, I know the actual president. It's just I don't know.
Everybody knows the president.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a little tough. Sorry, I had to start you with the tough one. How about this one? There are 2 countries that border us on the north and south. What 2 countries are they?
Okay. I know one country that's bordering is Canada, right?
Canada.
And the second one, I have no idea.
Think tacos.
Oh, Mexico.
Mexico!
Yeah.
Nice
oh
job.
My God. It was so easy, but then my brain kind of is turning off.
I know. The stress of the podcast is terrible. All right. Question number 3. Name 2 modes of public transportation that you can take within the city of Seattle.
Oh, buses and one line.
Yeah. Very cool. What is the one line?
A one line is basically a train. It goes above the ground and under the ground mostly. And it goes to a lot of places actually. And now they're combining 2, like second line and one line.
Yeah, so the second line 2 is over by Bellevue on the other side of the lake. But yeah, they're going to be connected. I'm very excited about that.
Me too. Yeah. It's so hard to get to Bellevue sometimes.
If you don't have a car.
Yeah, if you don't have a car, it's much longer. And then for me, I have to go to Bellevue a lot.
Oh, really? Why?
My best friend is in Bellevue, yeah.
Yeah, that'll make it super convenient. I've been really excited about that. And they're extending the line further south. Right now it ends at Angle Lake.
Oh, really?
And I think it's going to go all the way to Federal Way.
Oh, that's cool.
One of the things great about Seattle, great public transportation. We have subway, or you called it, what'd you call it?
Buses.
Link.
Yeah,
buses.
links.
Yeah, so we have lots of ways to get around. There's also water taxis.
Oh, okay, yeah, I heard about that.
Ferries, we've got Amtrak.
Oh, I love ferries. I really want to visit a ferry.
Yeah, you can go down. You can go down to the waterfront there, and you can catch the ferry over to West Seattle.
Yeah.
It's really nice, especially on a beautiful day. It's really nice.
I'm thinking about that right now. Yeah.
Get some clam chowder.
Yeah.
Go on over. It's really cool. Grab some of your friends while you go. And we also have the little electric scooters around town.
Oh, yeah, the lime things?
Yeah, the lime things. So lots of ways to get around. You really don't even need to own a car. In fact, there's a bus that goes from downtown all the way out to the ski resort.
Yeah, I
know that. Are you a skier?
I am a skier.
Woo.
I didn't ski this year, but yeah.
Maybe next year?
Yeah, it was too booked, but yeah, maybe next year.
Okay, well, this brings us to our next question. There are 3 national parks around the city of Seattle. Do you know any of the parks?
No.
That's tough. Okay, the first one is...
I know the one, there is a park next to Space Needle, but I don't know the way it calls. That's when I was walking.
No, I mean national parks.
Oh, like, national parks like
Yellowstone.
Okay, yeah, no, then.
So off to the west, you'll see mountains. Those are the Olympic. That's
Yeah.
the Olympic National Park. Then there's a really big mountain off here to the south.
Oh, I think I've been to this one.
Yeah.
I just never knew the name.
Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
Mount Rainier National Park. And then to the north, we have North Cascades National Park, which is gorgeous. So check them out.
Yeah.
You don't have a car, you said?
I don't, yeah.
Yeah, make friends with someone who has a car. And then get a ride and go out and see these places because they're really nice.
That's probably why I don't know many places in Seattle, because I don't have a car.
Yeah.
And mostly everything where I go to is like really easy to find and easy to go to. Like,
Yeah, around town, no problem.
Yeah.
It'd be easy to get around. Okay, last question. What was the last movie you saw in the movie theater?
I just went to a movie theater.
What did you see?
I saw Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
I mean, I saw Mamma Mia like few days ago, and we went to a cinema for Lilo and Stitch.
Is this for Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah.
So Mamma Mia, is this you saw it in the theater? Because isn't this an older movie?
It is an older movie.
Oh, but they put it out kind of as a re-release or something. Cool. I like that movie, but I think I saw it a long time ago. And Lilo and Stitch?
I saw it a lot. I saw Lilo and Stitch.
How was it?
It was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah. I loved
so
it.
So funny.
We saw Lilo and Stitch. We are planning to go to How to Train Your Dragon right now.
Oh, yeah.
Then we saw Snow White. What else?
But how was Snow White? I heard it wasn't very good.
It depends on a person. I love Disney movies. Snow White was just really, really changed from the original story, and because Disney right now are doing the things with like they're changing a culture of actual princesses, which everyone doesn't like, which no one likes.
Oh, like what do you mean? Are they making them like more badass?
Something like that, because of like feminism and things like that. Let's say Snow White, when the original story was the fact that Snow White was basically saved by men, saved by a prince.
Gotcha.
That was a little changed in the film. Right now she's like running after her own dreams and things, which is for most of the people was like not a right place to go.
Right, because this is not the story I remember.
Because it's a story of a blank white as snow girl with dark hair, short hair, and lips as red as her blood. So it's a story about love and a woman who wants to give herself for love. And for me, I don't think it's bad for a woman to love someone, and if a woman doesn't want to grow past like herself through her problems by herself, and she wants a man next to her and like a guy to help her out, I don't think that's a problem. Yeah.
So the movie was okay.
It was not too bad. It was not too good. It was just a middle thing. I liked it. I liked the way it was filmed.
Yeah, they've remade a number, like Lion King, I think they redid from animation to a more...
I loved Lion King.
Was it good?
Yeah, we went to Lion King 2, about Simba's father as well in the cinema.
Mufasa.
Yeah, Mufasa. It was an amazing movie. This one was this one was one of the breathtaking ones. It was amazing.
Cool. All right, well, we got to start wrapping it up. One of the last things we do is I always ask my international guests to say some things in their first language. Mm-hmm. Of course, in your case, it's Russian, but you're the first one to speak Russian on the show, so
really?
That's cool. So yeah, like 10 or 20 seconds, whatever you want to say. You can say hi to your family or, talk to your friends back in Russia, whatever you want to do.
Привет, мам, привет, пап. Спасибо вам за то, что всегда поддерживали меня. Вам привет от меня в Дубай.
Хорошо. Very good, yeah. And then we always ask for advice. There are kids back that are thinking about being international students, but maybe they're nervous about it or they just not really sure about where to start. What kind of advice would you give those students?
I would give just put all the overthinking aside and start working for it.
Yeah.
Like, just sit down, check out colleges, and get to it. And that's it. You can do anything if you really want to. There's simple tests for English. You can easily learn English. You can do Duolingo, which is a really good recommendation.
Is it the one you did?
Yeah, I did Duolingo.
Cool.
As soon as you get more than 100 or 90 or
90
something,
is the goal.
You're getting into college. You also can take courses for English here and be like English unproficient. So actual recommendation is just to start it, because there's always a way, no matter what kind of position you're in.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
that's cool. I'm curious. In your preparation to come over to Seattle, you had to pack, right? Is there something you wish you had packed that you didn't pack?
Summer clothes.
Summer clothes. You only brought winter clothes?
I only brought winter clothes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Because you would have been in Dubai, right, when you did that?
Yeah.
So you have summer clothes.
I know. I left all my summer clothes in Dubai.
Yeah. Well, you'll need those summer clothes because summer in Seattle is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Actually, I was surprised by that. It's sunny. It's beautiful. Because everyone said it's rainy and like dark, and I did not notice that.
No, yeah. Like it starts getting nice beginning of June, end of May maybe. And it should be pretty nice now until end of September.
That's good.
And then it'll start getting dark and it'll start raining a little bit.
Yeah.
But nothing you won't be able to handle, that's for sure. Well, cool. Thanks. That's really great advice. I love it. Make sure you note that advice, guys. Just go and do it. It's don't be nervous.
Yeah.
Well, great to meet you again. We met at orientation, actually, which was cool.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've had a chance to sit down and talk. So thanks for being on the show. Guys, don't forget to come back every Wednesday. We have episodes from students from all over the world, from students, staff, faculty, whatever. Great information on here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate you listening.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Conversations With is painstakingly crafted for you by the Seattle College's International Programs Department and supported by the lovely folks here on our campus. This show is produced and edited by me, Evan Franulovich. We welcome your emails and questions about coming to Seattle Colleges. Please reach out to us via our website or just give us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, as this helps others discover the show. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube at Seattle Colleges INTL. That's Seattle Colleges INTL. And be sure to check out all of the shows here on Conversations With. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.